And tonight, town officials in Hilton Head are reflecting on Hurricane Matthew 1 year later. Some parts of the island are still in recovery mode. Fox 28's Shelby Roberts is live in the newsroom. And Shelby, you spoke with Hilton Head's town manager. What's his take?
Trey, Steve Riley, Hilton Head's town manager, says the big critical checklist items have been taken care of post-Matthew, but he tells me some of the paperwork involving FEMA reimbursement still has a long way to go. But Riley says the town is working to be even more ready for the next big storm.
Lack of sleep and lots of trees.
That's what comes to mind when Hilton Head Island's town manager Steve Riley thinks back to Hurricane Matthew. 1 year ago, the town took a brunt of the storm's wrath. Between Matthew's 6 feet of storm surge and nearly 90-mile-per-hour wind gusts, the storm wreaked havoc on the island. While the flooding and debris from Matthew are long gone, Riley says the town is still stitching up loose ends.
Right now, we're just so busy trying to get the stormwater system in shape, trying to get the beach renourished, trying to deal with some of the day-to-day of things that we're getting moving on.
Riley says officials are also reviewing how the town communicates during an evacuation, the reentry process, and the town's emergency fund. He says last year's $20 million reserve wasn't enough to handle Matthew, and the town is still waiting on FEMA reimbursements. But town planners are already thinking ahead to the next major storm, and the worst-case scenario, a direct hit.
Do we have enough cash reserves? Do we have everything that we need? Are we going to need even more places to store and process debris?
There are a lot of questions that Riley says Hilton Head still doesn't have solutions for. And he says officials are already using the lessons learned from Matthew to come up with those answers for the future.
Hoping that this winter will give us that chance to really dive deep into these issues that we know we need to deal with. We don't have any idea what the answers are yet.